Hello, and welcome to another episode of Pwnery's Penny Arcade. This is the next 30 of Ed Findlay's Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest Rebitten. This is part 3 of my series, and we pick up right where I left you off before last time, before I decided to go for a swim without letting the water disappear. So let's get rid of the water here and go discover and knock out the second mansion, shall we? So some of you may remember the music for this area from Castlevania 3. I believe I did cover that in the last episode. This was the clock tower where you fought and eventually recruited Grant. So anyway, in my last playthrough I didn't have the axe, and basically what happened is every mansion generally gives you the item you're going to need to get through it. However, sometimes you have to bring the first item with you, which was the case here. Otherwise you won't be able to get to the stake guy. He will subsequently disappear. So anyway, I have another playthrough just for my personal use that is deep into Dracula's Castle. What I decided to do was I'm going to go ahead and record these next 30 series games, or recordings with this game, right up until Dracula's Castle. I won't take you in it, but I'll take you to it, because the playthrough up to it is pretty linear and pretty straightforward, just like the original game. There is a bit of backtracking back and forth, and we'll cover a little bit of that today. But other than that, I wanted to leave you something undone and unspoiled and unique, so that way when you go get the game, you can pretty much discover it for yourself. But I can tell you, it's very challenging, and it's what makes this game a masterpiece, because it filled in the biggest plot hole of the original game. So anyway, here's a clue for the mansion, and apparently there's double food in this mansion. I've only ever found one, but I think it's because I cut the entire top left corner of the mansion out through my playthrough, which is probably where it is. But at least I know where one is, and we're heading towards it, even though I don't need it. I'll show it to you anyway. One other thing I can share with you through my playthrough is this candle right here is the only bug I found in the entire game, which is pretty amazing. I mean, if you consider how many games in Steam are out there that have bugs in it and have to have constant updates, this is a pretty small, bug, not a big deal. And if I remember right, that bugged candelabra was in the original game too. Maybe not in the same place, but it could very well be. Anyway, food. Usually I find food and clues just because when I normally play this game, I always strike every wall if I'm passing through it the first time, just to see if oh, maybe there's something here. But that's how I found the food the first time I played through here. If you're wondering why I dropped the axe, it's because they're not really useful in most boss fights. I need something fast and straightforward, so this dagger will have to do, and it's going to prove useful later on too. On to the boss battle. So this boss is actually pretty easy. It's pretty straightforward. Essentially all you have to do is you just have to time his fire, and then just go nuts at distance. And if the boss will actually face the wrong direction sometimes too. So I'll take that hit. And stay ducked for this one. And that's it. Nice and easy. You just have to not panic when he spits fire, just time it so you don't fall in the water, and you too will end up with Dracula's heart. There we go. So the next part of this will actually involve a bit of backtracking. The original game required that too, because it added a little bit of links to the game, and because the two ends going far east and far west didn't actually connect. In this game, it does. Ed thought that it would be more complete to actually loop the map, and in all honesty, that does make perfect sense. And I will be utilizing that in this playthrough when I get to that point in the game. Otherwise, I'll never get to the point of my first playthrough to get to Dracula's Castle. I needed to backtrack just to save myself from dying before I got to the next part of the game. Or the final part of the game, essentially. So I'm not going to hit that one because I know that's where the axe is. I don't need it. And I did tell you that this knife would come in useful later. And the only reason I know that is because I've done this playthrough 6 times already before I got the recording right this time, essentially. Because the last playthrough, I picked up that boomerang right there, and I had to backtrack anyway to go back for the knife, and died hitting the water. So let's try not to make that mistake again. That'd be great. Clue here, which was pretty obvious to me because that block was out of place. That clue there will come in very useful later on in the game, and I know you can only see the bottom half of that by the way I record it and the resolution I recorded at, but trust me, you're going to want to remember the words Dennis Marsh, and you're going to want to maybe pick that up in the daytime, so that way you know what the clue says. Here's why I need the daggers, because we had to pass it up the first time because I didn't have daggers. And the reason I want that is for that orb, which gives you more life. In the original game, you got more life by actually just leveling up. You would kill enough things, you would gain experience. I came back and forth to get the blocks back so I can continue my backtrack. But as you'll see, the orb does not come back. There's no like exploit there. I took a gamble with the spider. Like, I'll take the hit and, you know, jump into him and fight him, because there's a good chance that he drops garlic. Usually if one drops garlic, or at least one will drop garlic, sometimes every one of them will. In this case, not so much. This guy offers you food if you're really in poor health, which we're not, so I'll just skip that. He's always there though, like he doesn't disappear like the others. I believe this was, yeah, the first mansion. This is gonna be, yep. Yeah, let's take it, why not? Watch me end up regretting that. Keep forgetting sometimes I take 2 hits. At least until I get the Morning Star. I used to be able to time that and just keep jumping and striking, but I think that only worked in one direction. The other way you couldn't do it. And I forgot I got this too, if I really wanted to block those. But we're essentially heading back to the first original town you start at. And I could have a knife again if I really wanted it. But I really don't. So what I'm going to do, since we're hard up for health and cash a little bit, is I'm just going to go do the back and forth thing here in the original town and heal up and save, because we haven't done that in a while, and I'd really not like to have to record this for a 7th time. 8th time, actually. So the nice thing about town at night is these guys do respawn. They spawn while you path across the map, as you can see here, which gives me an endless supply of easy to kill zombies and occasionally a money drop. The only thing I regret is the original game, the monsters were twice as hard at night, so they would take 2 hits instead of 1 for these. But, you know, maybe it was a balancing thing. Maybe it was just something that night mechanic could add that Ed couldn't. I don't know. The only other regret I have is, I probably mentioned this already twice, but I wish the nighttime wasn't as fast as it is, you know? I mean, unless it's like the summer equinox or whatever, where the days get longer, or you get the longest days and the shortest nights. Maybe that's what it is, I don't know. Alright, so we're healed, we're saved, and we're out of here. There's nothing left in this town that I need, I don't think. Yeah, I don't need anything else here. I mean, I could go back and buy that thorn whip even though I already have the chain one. That would be stupid though, wouldn't it? Oops. Yeah, he'll come back. I don't think I want that. So these guys are actually kind of clever. You have to sort of time their attacks. Sometimes they spit that thing out as soon as they come up. Other times they come up and then spit the thing out. Like that one. Oh, so yeah, we're hurting for health. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go back for the health just in case. I really don't want to have to start over. I mean, we're not that far away from town, right? Usually I will make deliberate mistakes just to show you the mistakes, so that way you know not to do them. That whole sequence wasn't it, though. That was just me being crappy with my health. But you can see how fast it goes when you jump in the marsh. You know, before you would take a laurel and have it in your inventory, and then just eat one and then walk through the marsh and it wouldn't hurt you. Well, you can't do that anymore. And I'm fine with that. And the way Ed solved the other issue, where the marsh was really long and you had to take the steps through it, that's not really here anymore. And I'm kind of glad, actually. That's what I should have did in the first place. Aha! So now that I have it, I will use it. Just so I don't lose health unnecessarily. Now, this part's bitten me in the ass a lot. So, if I die, it's something that has happened to me too many times on this map. Because of that one guy right there. I wanted you to see it. So, that does happen really often for me. Even in my regular playthroughs. I can't get the timing of that guy down right. But I think I remember how I solved it the first time. And it does involve that axe. So, let's make sure we take it this time. Alright, no big deal. I can just time it with this. I can just sit there like that too. Keep forgetting I can do that. There. Not so bad, right? Alright, now if I remember right, just talk to this guy, we'll start moving, and I just have to time when to throw it. Like that. Oops. I'll take the hit. Alright, so we're through that. And I believe the next place we actually have to go is down there. Yeah, I think so. If we need it, we can always come back and get it. That's the nice thing about this. So now we got this wall, and it only goes away with Dracula's heart. If I remember right, this will also take us to the next mansion. And that's fine too. Yep, there it is. Now, I remember if I go this way... Yeah, see, there's something missing there, isn't there? That zombie found it, but we don't get to find it. We'll have to come back to that later. That's backtrack. Now, if you notice, this mansion is closed. See that? Can't get in here. So we're just gonna have to sit it out. Sorry. Guess we'll talk about something in the meantime. So basically what Ed has done is he's made use of items that didn't have use before. So like that invisible wall only goes away with Dracula's heart. That stone that you're looking at there only appears with the blue crystal. From the first mansion, the white crystal is required for the first, rising blocks there. And the ones that you don't see that are right in front of this whip require the red stone, which is in the next town after this mansion. We could go get it, or I can do the mansion. Let's go get it. We can always come back to this. Because what's on the other side actually is, I think it was a heart upgrade, which would be nice. More health and more hearts are always nice. Gonna hang on to the axe just in case. Because the next time I get an opportunity to get one is pretty far away. So we'll just let that despawn. It's always there if we need it. Wow. I'll just take the hit if I have to. They get me every time. Ooh, do I need that? Yeah, let's take it. I remember there's a spot where I might need that later on, so we'll go ahead and take it. And if it's a mistake, then I guess it's a mistake. Oh, that's right, 3 hits. No Morning Star, 3 hits. We're pretty broke. Alright, so we're in a new town, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the back and forth for money thing here, because not only is the red crystal here, I think, but I also will needed the Morning Star, I think, is here too. I think. I don't know, I don't remember this part all too well. I just remember where I had to go, but we'll go ahead and just do this because nighttime's quick anyway. That, and I think I've had this habit of only showing you one mansion at a time. So if time constraint allows, you'll get to see at least the beginning of it. If not, you'll have to wait for the next episode. The one thing I can tell you is the next mansion is really cool. know the church is there, but I just want to check this first building on the end. Alright. Let's get the lay of the land. Right. I think we have the torch already, right? Yeah, our night vision's pretty good size. Oh no, we don't. Okay, maybe that's what they sold here. Let's go take a look. Old habits die hard. Check all the walls. Okay. Let's see what else is in this town. Nothing there. Nothing there. Aha! How much? Okay. You're not gonna hit on me like the last guy, are you? Okay, that's better. Basically, he's telling me just to piss off. Alright, for the sake of my sanity, I'm just gonna save again. That way I don't have to go reacquire the crystal if I die. Which I've been known to do a few times. Let's go ahead and get that locked in. It's killing time too, because I need to get to nighttime for the next mansion anyway. Oh wait, no, we got the red crystal, so I can go past the mansion and go get the item that's on the other side. Which, if I remember right, in the original Castlevania 2, was that the silk bag or was that the silver knife? See, the original game had 3 knives. You had a bronze knife, you had a silver knife, and you had a golden knife. This one, you just have a knife. Oh, really? Wasn't too bad. I'll take my chances because the wolves drop garlic. And they won't give it to me this time. There is no block in this game that I have found that requires a boomerang, so we're going to hang on to the crystal. I know it's nighttime, and I know that opens at nighttime, and I promised I would show you that, but... Oh, it's not open. Okay. Nope, now it's open. Alright. Anyway, now we got these, and this becomes a jump puzzle. So essentially all you have to do really here is time it. Right? Kind of know where they're going to be. Boy, I cut that one close. And this one you have to do rather quickly. I may have made an error. Guess we're gonna find out. I'm gonna run through this quickly. Yeah, right about now having the axe would be great. Thankfully the eagles are only 1-hit kills. Oh, okay. So this is Dennis Marsh. This is the thing. If you are very careful. See that? Remember? The clue? Yeah. Yeah. Now, if I remember right, all that does is it completes the loop. Yeah, let's go look. Why not? I could be wrong. I've been known to be wrong. Oh, nuts. Well, now you know what's in Dennis Marsh. Alright, so I don't technically need that right now. Let's go take you up to the mansion at least. Oh. Wow, talking about bad timing, right? I could just do it like this. Alright, so, now that you know, on the other end, Dennis Marsh, there's an orb. It looked like if I jumped down to get it, I wouldn't be able to survive the trip back out. But if I remember right, you can go to the left and survive it. Actually, you can go either way and survive because you get full health with it too. But then you'll immediately want to go back to town and then heal and save. But since I promised I'd take you to the mansion, nah, let's go get the thing because we've got time. Besides, if I die again, you can laugh at my misfortune. You just kind of have to remember where they spawn, and you can jump just a little early. There we go. That wasn't too terrible. Sometimes I get interruptions. Ooh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take some beating getting there. Alright, at least I got daylight to work with this time. I'm gonna get the item, and then we're gonna... Oh, Jesus. There. There. Alright. Now I just have to survive the trip back to town, don't I? Oh! Well, I failed, didn't I? Alright, so this was episode 3 of Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest Rebitten. What I will do is I will rejoin you next episode with that orb at the front of the mansion, so you don't have to see me go get all that stuff all over again. So anyway, if you like the game, I will leave a link in the description below, and you too can go download it, and you can jump in water or get killed by mummies or flying boneless demons and eagles and all that great stuff. If you like what you saw, just leave a like, hit the old like button, share, subscribe, do the whole 9 yards. I try to do these at least once a weekend for you, along with other content that I provide. You can check my playlist and see if any of that applies to you, and follow me with that too. So anyway, we'll see you next time, and take it easy.